What it do, what it do, what it do, you guys? It's your one and only girl at H.L.I.C, the one and only Rule Shaker. And we finna get into the recap of Tyler Perry's Sisters. The Unbreakable Bond is what this episode is called, and we finna do a breakdown, of overall recap. And let's get into it. Fatima, when the episode ended when Fatima was walking into the girls' meeting and telling Andy that she needed to talk to her. And Andy was like, hold on, she was busy. She can't just wait. And Fatima told her no. And then she asked Fatima, what's up? So Fatima said, should I be looking for another job? Andy was like, no, why? And then she said, because your mama told me that I was finna be fired. And Andy let her know that she never said that. Her mama had no business telling her that. Her mama overstepped her boundaries. And don't worry about it. She'll deal with it. So she asked Andy, nah, be real with me. What's going on? Because you had an attitude with me. You ain't been the same. And Andy told her because she's fighting a case for Karen. And Karen is sitting here calling Fatima every time something go wrong in her life. So Fatima asked her, was she jealous? She said, no, but I'm sitting here finna fight a case. I'm going after the doctor that made her child basically passed on to the afterlife. And the only one she could think of is contacting is you. I would love to know what's going on with my girl. And she said, so it was a little jealousy and envy there. And then she said she had some mixed emotions and stuff. And she said a little frustration and all this other stuff. But she said no, she liked Fatima. Fatima said, yeah, because I would stab somebody for you. I would unalive somebody for you. I would take a person's life if it came to I had to for you. So she was like, I'm just wanted to talk about this. She was like, well, Zach told me he seen you naked. And Andy was caught off guard. And she said there was a lot going on, but they moved right on past that too. Um, and Fatima said that she have been dropping the ball, dealing with the the basketball players. But she said she's no longer seeking that. And she said she didn't like the funky attitude Andy had with her. And it was getting to the point she didn't know was it's gonna be a pass or a miss. So they went ahead and breezed on right through that part. Andrew quickly hurried up and apologized to Fatima and let her know it was no ill will. She messed with her the long way. She was just in her feces feelings about this, and she should have spoke to her and just let her know what it was. So they that it was easy for them to shake it off. Um, Andy apologized. Okay, we talked about that. So when Andy went back to the table with the girls, baby, shade jabs and stuff started landing every which way but the right way. But we need to hear that. Andy was also frustrated. The girls questioned Andy's about Fatima issue. Cameron tells them she moving. She picked Seattle, y'all. So they asked her how did she come up with this? How do Aaron feel about it? And she said Aaron agreed that it was gonna be a move that they was gonna take together. He's supporting her choices and they can go ahead and do it. Okay. What else? Paige and Maurice have that talk. Maurice called Paige out. He's like, you very pissed that I'm talking to your brother Dalen. And she was like, yeah, I'm jealous because she was like, I don't think it's a good fit. And I think people gonna feel some type of way about it. And Maurice let it be known that he like Dalen. He ain't willing to give Dalen up. He say Dalen gonna be protected in his arm, his muscles, and he said a whole lot of other stuff. But we ain't gonna go sit there and break it down detail for detail. You gonna have to go watch it and get into it. Like I'm telling you what it is. So it said the girls questioned Andy. Okay, so they was questioning Andy when she got back to the table. Then they found out they all keeping secrets. They all don't want to share stuff. Then it looked like the girls are very much dividing up. Like they finna end up going their own path. They brought up the fact that Danny is that man still sitting on her couch, not helping with no bills and stuff like that. And all this other stuff. And another thing we're gonna have to get into, y'all. See, this is why Danny shouldn't have did what she did because Danny did what she did. And guess what? Her money that she left on that table is absolutely gone. So who do y'all think gonna be the one that stole the money? Do y'all think it's gonna be her man Tony? when you think it's gonna be her brother. But she should have thought twice because everybody was saying when she just threw that money on her table, well, if it was in private of your house, whenever you know other people got access to your house, that was something you weren't supposed to do. Like Danny, you did that to yourself because you put that money in your house and you didn't secure it. So, hey, that come up Andy got you by suing that airplane company. It might come back to haunt you because you might have lost it all in the blink of an eye. That's mosey on down the road. Hmm. Gary pop up on Fatima and she pulled her gun out because she heard footsteps, so she stopped was digging in her purse. And she pulled her gun out. And when she turned around, it was Andy, and she asked him what did he want. She said he came to apologize for all the pain and sorrow he caused some of her friends, and he trying to make it right. She told him after all the stuff he did, it ain't no making it right. So remember, Zach was questioning where that $100,000, that 100K came from that was in his bank account. But Seaman just let him know that it came from Gary. Sure did. So Zach decided that he was going to find Gary because he said he don't need to get in trouble. But Gary putting money into his account, and it's some dirty money. He don't need that type of smoke. So when Fatima tell him, Zach thought he was going by himself. Fatima beat him to the door. She grabbed her purse, baby, with her little piece inside, and she was sitting right there waiting. Like, yeah, come on, I'm going with you. So Fatima had to tell Zach what Gary was because she told him what his game plan was and everything that he said. So next thing you know, they popped up at Hayden. Now let me tell you something, because that's what Gary ended up going. Hayden was giving him the biz, and not in fighting or nothing, but he was reading him for filth. He called out every little sneaky, low down thing that Gary did. He talked about how Gary was blackmailing Andy, spying on her. He hit him with all the low jabs he can think of about every transgression Gary had and what type of foul, snakish individual he was. And when he tried to apologize to them, he said the fact that I was your friend and I helped you anytime you needed help, and you turned around and slept with her, and now you want to apologize. You ain't changed. You the snake and a dirty bastard that everybody knew you was, and should nobody trust you. I'll never trust you again. So, baby, but Team and Zach come knocking on a good little old door. And they started talking to him. So Zach started questioning him. He said he would love to answer all Zach questions. And he like, could he speak? And Zach said, yeah, because he actually wanted to hear. And every time he tried to get a word out, Zach moved closer like he wanted to get physical. And Fatima stopped him and said, no, hear him. So Gary told them what it was. Gary gave them paperwork to show them what account that 100K came from, to show them it's legitimate, and show Zach that he stole his money and he want to give it back. He trying to make amends to everything because he's leaving and he don't want to have to look over his shoulder. He said after what almost happened to Andy and what happened to his partner in crime, being unalive, a gun being put to his head and all that stuff, he know that he done lost control and stuff done went too far, and he can't take back what he did. But he want people to know he's sincerely sorry because this is too much. But everybody's skeptical and ain't trusting what Gary got to say. Cause like they said, you done did too much. You done faked it. You done show remorse before, but you still kept the same pace. So why should they believe you now? Like once that trust is burnt, there's no way in hell he's gonna ever get that back. And now everybody is walking on eggshells. Well, they ain't walking on eggshells, but he should be because they're at caution. So if Tyler Perry decided to get twisted with it, Gary can come up missing and wouldn't nobody know who did it because he done pissed off so many people. But anywho, let's stay focused. So what had happened was baby, they wasn't buying nothing he's saying. So then he go Hayden being the shady little bastard that he is, even though he been working with Fatima on the side. And I hope his big mouth butt didn't let that slip because Zach didn't know about that yet. So yeah, we glad that didn't slip out because that was gonna be another plot twist. But he kept saying, yeah, because these two right here know how to dispose of a body. So guess what? Zach and Fatima turned around and looked at Hayden and was like, why would you say that? Where would this come from? And then he's like, did y'all come to unalive me? No, nigga, we came because we knew this nigga was here. He was like, well, hell that. And every time they get to talking to Gary, Hayden kept butting in and they kept looking at him like, nigga, if you don't shut up. And then he said, y'all go ahead. I'm going to be quiet. He caught the vibe. He felt the steam. Like, nigga, you keep on. We can't make you disappear. You said about making him disappear. Like, where's the proof? How would you be able to tell it? Don't nobody know we here. So, girl, it was getting good. It was getting good. It was getting good. So, moving right along. Zach called himself making Fatima a drink. She told him it tastes like cranberry. He's like, yeah, but it's good. But Fatima wasn't studying that goddamn drink. Like, he even put it in a martini glass like it was supposed to be 5 ounce. He didn't know what the hell he was doing. So, let's go. Mm-hmm. They get back to the table, and girls, and to go back to the table, and the girls are sitting there throwing shade. I wish people would just let Andy and Danny go ahead and get everything up off their chest. Because, baby, let me tell you something. When I tell y'all, Danny be reading Andy for filth, Danny be really reading Andy for filth. And Karen be feeling some type of way. She said, I don't know what happened when I left, but the fact that y'all giving it up and getting down like this, it makes her feel some type of way. She don't want them to be fighting because they girls, they sisters, they got a bond and stuff. And then they were like, well, do we really? Because you moving far away. And she was like, it ain't like nothing, but I'm a phone call. So, they was trying to see what Karen gonna do about her shop. Do you know Karen trying to sell her shop? Like, at first, I was thinking, well, you can leave your shop there, let Karen be the manager, let Danny them and Fatima and them handle your financial. But the fact that you want to sell your shop and get rid of your shop, that's crazy. But then let's not forget that she signed a contract agreement with Miss Marie, and Miss Marie might not let her up out of it because Miss Marie is shady as hell. She look for cheap, low-class girls that she could sit here and dangle money in their face, suck them into a contract in a legal battle that they won't be equipped for, and then she go ahead and take them down through their laundry money, take money, and all this other stuff. She's very shady. She's the female version of Gabby, and they didn't even know. And see, what's bad about it is Andy didn't look over that contract agreement. Fatima did. But Fatima and Andy just looking for the fact that they trust Miss Marie. So they ain't paying attention and doing their background and their history. All they know is she a billionaire. Why would she have to steal the same way Gary was sitting here being scandal? Like, the first thing y'all should have thought about is, why do her and Gary even know each other? Like, yeah, that's what they should have been thinking about. But neither here or there. Um, what else do we want to get into? That sums up this episode. I basically did the recaps in 15 minutes. Well, I did this one in 13. So yeah, y'all, I'm gonna say, if y'all into Tyler Perry sisters, Unbreakable Bond, y'all need to go ahead and get into it. If you catch this live after it's over, please hit the like, share, and subscribe. If there's something you would like to be a part of or participate in, or you actually watch this TV series, go ahead and get into it. Because I enjoy watching it. When it's good, it's good. When it's not, we going to keep on moving. Let me go ahead and do my roll call to show y'all be Lachey. Good morning. Hey, Blondie. Good morning. Good morning, baby. Hey, Wildy. Good. You done made your way over here, baby. I'm doing a show recap. You might want to come over here when I open up the panel because you more than welcome to hit it. B. Lachey says you don't wait. Let me see if you did you say you was driving? Because if you was, I want you to be safe. Okay, no, you're not. B. Lachey, could you please drop Wildy link in the chat? Y'all, Wildy is a new content creator. Well, he new to me. He ain't in his 1,000 yet, so could we push him to his 1,000? Could we give him a test run, to see what he has to offer? Him and his brother is players on the board, new characters unlocked, and we gonna sit here and see what they have to give us. Hey, come in for the win. Okay, let me get off this live before I get to talking on it. Then I have to redo it because I'm not being professional. Thank y'all for